Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bali Island or Pulau Dewata. Before we visit the Trunyan village, let me introduce myself first. My name is Gede Budi Pujar Kadana. You can call me Budi. I'm 20 years old and I am from Panorama Travel and Tour. And I am your tour guide while exploring destination in Bali. In the right side, he is Mr. Gede, is our driver right now. So don't worry because he has 5 experience to driver and our trip will be safe and comfortable. Today we will visit Trunyan village, and before we arrive at Trunyan village, let me tell you maybe a little bit about the history of Trunyan village. Trunyan is a small village located in Kintamani district, Bangli Regency. The village is remote and located the source of Lake Batur and reminiscent of the condition of Balinese people in ancient times who still adhere to tradition of their ancestors. According to history, Trunyan is the one of the 3 indigenous tribes in Bali and not a wave of refugees from Majapahit. 2 other indigenous tribes in are Karangasem named the Telengan and the Yakatipat tribe in the Buleleng. Currently, evidence of the historical heritage of the original Balinese tribe, there is in Asian temple called Pura Pancering Jagat. As recorded in the Trunyan inscription, it was started in the Saka year 891. King Singhamanadewa gave permission to residents to build the Trunyan temple or Pancering Jagat temple is a place of worship for Hyang Pancering Jagat. This temple, which is equipped with the Meru Tumpang Pitu or 7, is believed to be the first temple in Bali. This Trunyan village is one of the Asian in Baliaga or Bali village. The Trunyan refer to the song first are Balinese descendant of Ratu Sakti Pancering Jagat. The people who first descended from the sky and occupied the island of Bali. Meanwhile, the call of the Balinese people as Bali tribes, which are descendants of the ancient Majapahit kingdom, residents who will live and settled in Bali. Although the Trunyan people adhere to Hindu religion, they have a different culture from the Balinese Hindu community in general. One of the traditions and attracts the attention of culturalists and tourists in the dark ride. Although both adhere to Hindu tourism, Trunyan residents do perform the funeral ceremony or ngaben, and the body of the deceased relative he just laid under the tarumanyan tree without burying them. The body is only covered with a white cloth and protected by a bamboo fence. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Trunyan village, so don't forget to bring your phone, your camera to take some picture in here, and don't forget to take care of your step and your head. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please listen up. I can tell you about the rules of Trunyan village. For the first, keep your attitude so that you are always polite and friendly to the people there. The second, watch your word and behavior when visiting this village so that it's look good for them. For the three, don't touch anything if it could result in damage or destroying it, such as the craft item that they make. And for the last, keep the environment clean here. Throw garbage in this place. Let's keep in the environment clean and beautiful. Trunyan village is known to have a unique funeral tradition compared to other villages on this island of Bali. The uniqueness of Trunyan village is a tradition of placing the bodies in the burial area without being buried to cremation or cremate first. To get the burial place, we have to cross Lake Batur using a canoe or boat, both manual and motorized. The distance from the village to the cemetery is about 10 minutes by boat. At the Trunyan village cemetery, the public may only bury a maximum of 8 bodies there. It may be less, but it cannot be moved than that amount. Lying on the ground, the corpses they were clad in their clothes for life and comfort with ancak saji, namely bamboo strips arranged in a cone-like shapes like a fence. If all 11 tombs have been filled, but there are new bodies to be buried, the one of the oldest bodies out of the 11 tombs must be removed from the pile and left to rot. In Trunyan village, there are actually three cemeteries, including Semawayah, Semangude, and Semabantas. Semawayah is a burial place for people who died in naturally. Semangude is a cemetery for unmarried people and babies, while Semabantas is a cemetery for people who died unnaturally according to local people, such like as accident and suicide. At the Trunyan village cemetery, women are prohibited from visiting or making pilgrimage. They were only allowed to deliver the bodies and the male entrance to the boat. So until now, no woman have visited the cemetery to hold a funeral. Usually the Trunyan people wait for a good day determined by smart people in the Trunyan village. If there has not been a good day, even for months, the body cannot be buried. There is the most unique things about the cemetery in Trunyan village. Even though the bodies lay on the ground to rot, but the corpse did not smell at all. This is due to existence of the Tarumanyan tree that has been tree since 11th century ago. People believe that is the Tarumanyan tree that keeps the corpse from stinking. Tarumanyan means fragrant tree. This tree is said to only exist in Trunyan village. In fact, it is from this the tree the name Trunyan village come from. This is a portrait of the richness of one of the cultures in Indonesia. Trunyan village live among the various traditions in Bali and many local and foreign visitors, but are not influenced to echo in this attraction. Instead, they persist in the scaredness of Baliaga or Baliaga culture in Trunyan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you 2 hours to see the schools, take some picture, and see the unique tradition of Trunyan. Keep in mind the rules I talked about earlier, and don't take anything from the Trunyan area to take home. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because time is up. Right now, we must go to the bus, and we will go to your hotel. And follow me, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how was our tour today? Are you happy? Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. I hope you cannot forget the unique and tradition that exists in the Trunyan, because Trunyan is a unique village and has a unique tradition as well. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to Oasis Hotel Kute for your rest in this night. I want to say thank you so much for your attention and your participation. Thank you for choosing Panorama Travel and Tour for your trip while stay in Bali. And if I have any mistake, I do apologize for that. And see you on another trip. I hope we can meet again in another tour or another program. And have a nice rest. Goodbye.